Cars.com is tracking the top cars that are made in America. Aaron Bragman of Cars.com is with us now. He's the Detroit Bureau Chief, stopping by with the results of the American Made Index. Tell us about that index and how exactly it helps car buyers.
Well, every year, Cars.com takes a look at the vehicles that are on sale in the United States. And this year, there are over 400 vehicles that we looked at. And out of that list, 100 of them qualify to be on what we call the American Made Index. Now, this is our look at just how American the American car you're buying is. Where is it made? How much the parts and components contribute to its American content? What impact it has on the local community where it's built? And it's interesting because sometimes not always the badge on the vehicle really relates to the impact that it has on the community. And that's really why we started this back in 2006.
Which vehicles top this year's American Made Index?
Well, this year, for the third year in a row, it's the Tesla Model Y electric SUV. Now, this is the third year that we've seen that thing top the list, but unlike last year when we saw Teslas come in the first 4 spots, this year Tesla's moved around a little bit, and there are other vehicles occupying the top 10. Second place is the Honda Passport SUV. Third place is the Volkswagen ID.4 electric SUV. Teslas are still on the list. We still see the Model S coming in later on in the top 10, but one of our favorites, the Tesla Model 3, has actually dropped to number 21. So we've seen some moving around on the list. Some of that is Tesla actually having increased foreign parts content in their vehicles this year. And some of it is competitors making improvements in the amount of domestic parts content that they have, such as the Honda Passport and the Volkswagen ID.4.
What does that phrase mean, most American, and why does it matter to car shoppers?
Most American, it really means how much impact that it has on contributing to the overall American economy. Now, we look at a number of different factors. Most of these things are publicly reported, but some of it comes from automakers themselves. They give us this kind of information. And we also go out and actually research on dealer lots to make sure that the stuff that we're being told by these automakers matches up with what's on the window sticker. We look at things like where the vehicle is made, what percentage of parts content, engines, transmissions come from domestic sources as well. And all of that goes into a great big algorithm. Out the other end comes our listing of the top American of the most American cars.
Why are some foreign automakers on the most American list?
That actually surprises a number of people to see things like Honda. Honda has 3 vehicles in the top 10 as well. Toyota has 2 in the top 10. But we have to remember that these foreign brand automakers have been making vehicles in the United States for decades. And in fact, there are tons of plants throughout the American South that have been making these automobiles for years. It's actually usually a lot less expensive and easier to build the vehicles where you sell them. So we have a lot of these foreign automakers. Now increasingly the South Korean automakers coming in as well. Mercedes-Benz has plants here. BMW has plants here. It's just easier to make the vehicles where you sell them. It's just a better idea in the long run.
Are there any new or surprising vehicles that made it on the list this year?
It's interesting to us that the top pickup truck on this list is the Honda Ridgeline at number 6. We also have the Jeep Gladiator coming in at number 8, which is the first what we would consider domestic big 3 brand. Now, we also have to consider Tesla is also a domestic brand. A number of people often forget that Tesla is very much an American automaker. And more interesting is that 100% of the vehicles that Tesla sells in the United States are actually made here as well.
Thank you for your time today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.